Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, Josh's Barefoot Shoes Reviews. I'm Josh. We're here with another review. Today we're doing a company, it's been a good stretch since we've done one actually, from Feelgrounds. Feelgrounds, and the models that we're doing today, boom, the Loafer and the Derby. The Loafer and the Derby. Dress shoes, formal shoes from Feelgrounds, who I know from one of the most comfy barefoot shoes I've ever had. My drop top mesh. I think I reviewed it twice here on the channel. I liked it so much. I had two different colors. So anyways, love that shoe. We're gonna get into these dress shoes here. This is a new thing for Feelgrounds, so we're gonna get into it in a second. Feelgrounds, for those of you that don't know, was founded back in 2019. Happy 6 years to Feelgrounds. With a crowdfunding campaign, like a Kickstarter, that type of thing. And they funded their whole campaign in 2 days and kicked off Feelgrounds, all right? They have a strong focus on like sustainability, recycled materials, doing things ethically, good for the earth, good for people, all of that. And all of their shoes are 100% vegan. So if you're looking for vegan shoes, vegan barefoot shoes, you're in the right place, okay? Now check these out. These are, the Derby and the Loafer models are Feelgrounds' first foray into like office casual dress shoes, formal shoes for men. And they're off to a good start with a slip-on and a lace-up. The Derby is the lace-up. The slip-on is the slip-on, the Loafer, all right? All right. So all the barefoot shoe values are intact here because it's a barefoot shoe company, okay? We'll talk about these. I'm just gonna hold one shoe right now. Zero drop. Now I'm going to tell you on these dress shoes, they did a little visual mess with your eyes situation and tried to make it look like a kind of a traditional, conventional heel. Look, they cut that little notch in the side to make it look like it had a heel, but there's no heels here. It's zero drop. Check it out. You can see on the bottom, I think you can see, it's flat. It's just a flat surface. They just cut a little notch on the side, but when you're standing above, when someone's standing on the ground, it looks like they have a little conventional heel on there. You see that? Look at that. It's pretty cool, huh? If you're trying to look like everybody else, trying to blend in at your office. All right. But, okay, barefoot shoe values. First barefoot shoe value, say it with me, zero drop. Perfectly flat surface from heel to toe. Second barefoot shoe value we always talk about here, no arch support on the inside. Third barefoot shoe value, it's a shoe shaped like a human foot. Look at that. It's not pointy or some kooky shape that you're trying to jam your toes into. It actually goes out like your human foot, where your big toe can extend straight, your toes can splay a little bit, and it's shaped like a human foot. I know, imagine that. Fourth barefoot shoe value, thin, flexible soles with good ground feel. Okay, now these guys, I could do it with, I don't want to crunch the leather and all that stuff, but you can, you know. Here's the roll test. Look at it. Here's the hot dog bun test. You can just bend it like that. Twisty test all day long. The wave test. I mean, nice and flexible for a dress. I was gonna say for a conventional dress shoe, but it's not a conventional dress shoe. Here's the Derby. We'll do the same thing so you can see. All right, roll test and hot dog bun test. It's the same exact sole on both shoes, so you're gonna get the same results. And the wave test. All right, plenty wavy there. Whoa! So your feet can go through the world doing what feet should do, feeling like feet should feel. All right, so thin, flexible soles with good ground feel. All the barefoot shoe values are intact here. Now, what's some specifics? This applies to both of these shoes, the materials. They're made from Oleatex, I don't know. It's vegan leather. 100% vegan shoes, vegan leather, water repellent, durable, just nice material, okay? But vegan friendly, all right? For those of you for whom those values are important, check these out. Vegan leather. Okay, made from the byproducts of olive processing. I've never heard of that one before, so that's pretty sweet. 60% bio-based material. Okay, so the soles are made of rubber, and it's a new sole with a dress look, as I kind of highlighted there. Makes it look like a conventional shoe, but it's not. It's actually flat. You can see there when you look at it directly from the side. You see it's still flat across there. Pretty cool. I like that kind of development. I've seen it on a couple other shoes before. I really like it. Colors are black and brown for either one of these models. I opted to go black Loafer and brown Derby just to have a little variety. And the soles. The soles is, you know, the big deal in the barefoot shoe world, right? 5 millimeters. Just 5 millimeters. That's a nice thin sole, especially for an office formal dress shoe. Now, they do have a 3 millimeter removable insole, so that would be a total of 8 millimeters if you kept that in there. But you can slide those out. Comfortable soles. Look, it's just got like a, you know, regular city grip type shoe, you know. not a lot of chunky lugs or anything. So not that you want that on a dress shoe, but 5 millimeters. Take that, unless you want that little extra cushion, you can keep that in there and be 8 millimeters and still be slimmer than most barefoot dress shoes even. So good deal on the soles. Colors black and brown. The derbies have the adjustable lacing here. It kind of, I don't know if you can kind of see that on the camera, but it kind of slides in there almost like speed lacing on a hiking boot. And it gives you a pretty good amount of flex for volume. Okay, well, I'll talk about volume in a minute. It's my one thing I want to talk about, and volume and width together. Okay, the Loafer has some elegance, but with slip-on simplicity, no laces, just slide them on, slide them off. Okay, the fit is true to size, at least true to their chart. I actually sized down for these, and that might have been a mistake in my case. The length, it's perfect. Like, I've bought Feelgrounds before in size 11, those drop top meshes that I have and stuff like that, and they were longer than I need in a shoe. I mean, I like to leave myself a pretty good amount of space in front of my toes, and those had it. But I looked at their chart this time and I thought, you know, I'm gonna just try sizing down and see how it does for me. The length, perfect. You know, my feet are 27 centimeters long by 11 centimeters wide. And this shoe, I have plenty of extra length for my toes. That's not the problem. The problem for me was the width and the volume. But I have admittedly extra wide feet, and I also have high volume feet, which is the thickness here, you know, from the bottom of your foot to the top of your foot, right around this midsection here. So for me, I'm going to call these shoes low volume. My feet are lower end of high volume. So it's a little uncomfortably tight for me right across this midsection, and the width is a little limiting. I'm going to tell you what the width is here. It's 10 centimeters across, and my feet are 11 centimeters. So that's a full centimeter I'm missing there. And just due to the construction of the shoe, there's not a whole lot of flex on the side. You can see it's you know, it's vegan leather, and just the way it's constructed with this sewing here and this sewing here, there's not a lot of room for it to bow outward on the sides there. Not a lot of flex on that. So I'm going to say these are going to be great for normal width feet people and normal volume people. Lower volume, medium to narrow feet, not people like me with extra wide and extra high volume feet. Okay, I can get them on my feet. You'll see it in a minute. But you know, they feel tight on me, and for me, I'm not looking for feeling tight. That's just not my style. I'm loosey-goosey. I'm Southern California. I'm slip on, slip off, kick on, kick off, sandals 6 months of the year. So even for a dress shoe, I'm looking for it to be a little bit looser. But for 95% of you out here, these are going to be an awesome fit. Don't worry, okay? When I say medium to narrow feet, I'm talking in barefoot shoe terms, okay? So these are still going to be wider than 95% of your conventional shoes out there. Okay, so don't worry if you have normal feet. Again, I'm going to give you my measurements. So if you want to compare your measurements, this is a size 10 that I got this time. My feet are 27 centimeters long, 11 centimeters wide. But around this section right here, if I wrap a tape measure around the thickness of my foot right here, if I wrap the tape measure like this, it's 27 centimeters. Okay, just like the same as my length, 27 centimeters around. I'm kind of fat feet right there, so that's why I'm a little tight here. So if you're looking at a size 10, measure your foot. If you're not 27 centimeters, if you're like less than that, you'll probably be fine, all right? And if you know your width is around the 10 centimeter mark or maybe a little less, perfect width for you, okay? I got 11 centimeters. It's a little narrower than I want it to be. Okay, but I'm not talking trash about Feelgrounds in the least. As I mentioned, their drop top mesh is actually one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. It feels like a little slipper, a little sock with a little sole in it. I still love those shoes to this day. So if you want to see those reviews, see those. They still offer those today. Super comfortable shoe. All right, what else can we say? Volume, lightweight, 10 ounces per shoe. The care of these, you're going to hand wash, brush off, you know, wipe, that kind of thing. Don't machine wash or dry ever. You're going to ruin your shoes. All right. The price on these guys. Oh, let me show you these. Okay. Now the Loafer is 119. The Derby is 124. So they're just $5 apart, around that $120 mark. Okay. But you get 10% off if you use my link or code, whatever I have down there in the video description. You save 10%, I believe. Double check me on that, all right? So yeah, that brings you down by like, you know, 10, 11, 12 bucks, somewhere in that neighborhood, and gets you down to a reasonable price, okay? These do ship out of Germany by FedEx, and their returns is like 30-day returns, but you pay the return ship. It's about 15 bucks. No mysterious duties. I know that's a big thing right now with, you know, we won't get political here, but, you know, if you're ordering stuff from overseas, sometimes you have extra duties that you weren't planning on. You don't have to worry about what it's going to be. It'll all show up there on the checkout page, and you can decide if it's a big deal or not. I didn't have to pay any when I ordered mine, but, you know, if they do to where you are, then, you know, you don't have to wonder what it's going to be and pay after the fact. Once they get here, you're going to be, oh my God, I got to pay duties. No, it's right there on the checkout page, and you can decide if it makes sense for you or not, but it shouldn't be a big deal, all right? Either way, great little shoes. What else? That's everything. I think you're just going to check them out on my feet now and see how they look. I'm going to do my little model show for you and come back with my final thoughts, all right? Thanks. See you in a minute. All right, you saw them on my feet. I did a little do-si-do, a little turn around, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. And what'd you think? I think they're pretty hot looking little shoes. I mean, wear it to the office with some khakis, dress it up with some dress pants, wear it to a wedding, wear it on a hot date. These will do the job, all right? Either color, either style, whichever you're into, the slip-on or the lace-up, the derby or the loafer. And yeah. So the one limitation on these guys, as I said, is going to be good for like narrow, sort of average width feet, or maybe wide in the conventional shoe realm, and lower volume. Okay, so but if you have high volume feet or extra wide feet, I kind of give you some measurements and all that detail in here. Just double check on that, okay? And that's my one limitation, my one hesitation. But other than that, great shoes, quality made, vegan friendly, barefoot shoe values. Reasonable price for a dress shoe, 100%. Feelgrounds, cool little company doing things right. Gives my recommendation, all right? Thanks for that. Thanks for watching the video. Before we go, do those little YouTube things for me. Would you hit like, hit subscribe, hit notify, like, subscribe, and notify so that you catch my videos when they come out. And also, you're going to want to follow me on Instagram, Barefoot Shoe Josh. Barefoot Shoe Josh on Instagram. I do more detailed reviews there than what I do here. Plus, you get cool pics of barefoot shoes on your Instagram feed, all right? I'll catch you over there. I'll catch you here on the next video. See ya!